Everybody, sorry I've been away for a while. It was August, to be honest. My husband built a boat out of lollipop sticks and the sea's been really flat. It's been absolutely gorgeous, so I've been busy enjoying myself. But let's get stuck into this. Let's not talk about this. Today's reading is going to be how to bring new love into your life and what it'll look like. So it's a bit of a long sentence. By the time it gets to a thumbnail, it'll be more compact, but that's what I'm looking at. You have got three choices. You have got the hare for number 1, the luxury matches for number 2, and the deer for number 3.
La música de Harry Fraud.
Oh, okay. I feel slightly excited in my chest and I'm not really sure why. I'm going to tell you what I think, and it may backtrack, it may change, but just my first thoughts, and I'll go through the cards with you to tell you what type of person is coming in. And what you can do to open yourself up to this situation to make the best of it. You've got here the Hermit card and the Star card in the centre. So to me, as I was talking at the very beginning about a person that makes boats out of lollipop sticks, it feels like you are going to get that similar type of energy, that type of person, somebody who's quite unusual, but somebody who's quite centred in what they're doing. It's the type of person that you can, who's reading or doing something that they are very much stuck into, that you can talk to and they don't even notice that you're talking to them. But there's something quite sweet in that, the fact that once there's with the Hierophant card here and the Ten of Pentacles down here, there's something quite sweet in the fact that once they've centered themselves on what they think is important to them, a person or a job or a situation or you, it's like they are fixed on it. It's like they don't change very easily. You could almost interpret that to quite an earthy feeling here, but I don't really know how to interpret it. With the Hermit card here as a Virgo flare of I've made my mind up, so why would I backtrack? That type of like fixed feeling, as I said. This isn't the type of person who books holidays or books apartments and then phones up a day before they arrive and changes it. It's like they don't do that. It's like once they've made their mind up, they want to stick with it because there's a sense of fairness there. There's a strong sense of morals there. Somebody who's very engrossed with what they're doing and wants to do it properly, but is slightly unusual. It's the type of person who you introduce to your friends and they say something unusual, strange, or that doesn't quite fit in with what other people around you are expecting, but there's a kindness in here, the Ace of Cups, that you just basically fall for. The unusual thing in this, to flip forward a bit too quickly, you've got here, what do you have to do to keep yourself open to this situation? You've got all the strange, unusual cards, apart from the Sun card, out of, is it the Tarot of Oneness, where they are the less straightforward. They're not just like, oh, this is the Hermit card, or this is like the Perspective card and the Life Force energy, where the words are slightly changed. But it gives me a sense of being pulled back from the situation. You looking at the situation as a big picture, and with the Sun card there, it's almost like there's freedom, there's awareness, there's understanding, there's a sense of ease and pleasure in realising that this person that comes into your life may be slightly different, may be slightly unusual, may not have everything that you can tick off and say, God, this person who was these things that I wanted when I was 12 years old, they will come in a different package. But that package will be very committed to you, and that you will feel a sense of being seen and a sense of being accepted. And you'll fall for this person because, to me, it just feels like they've just got a good heart. You've got here the Four of Wands again, the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three Three of Pentacles here, that's being solid, that's being firm, that's being fixed, that's being collected, that's being orientated towards giving stability to you in what I guess is a romantic situation. So maybe this Virgo, maybe this person has got an earthy backdrop to them. Maybe with the Star card there may be the Ace of Cups, an almost, I'm going to say unique feeling to this person. It's like they appear very centred, but they will do something that doesn't quite match the rest of their behaviour, that may be seen as slightly eccentric, but there's something in that you will, I'm going to say, adore. I know this may sound weird and you're thinking, I'm not going anywhere near this weirdo, but there is something really lovely in this. The World card and the Tower card here and the Hermit card. Okay. What I'm going to say next, I'm going to say because I can see it, but I don't know if many people will like this. It's like you get somebody who you need rather than that particular person that you may think is your ideal. This to me is like the quiet flower. And to have this Hierophant card is quite, I'd say impressive, but it's got something about it that my eyes get drawn towards it. It's almost like a mystery. It's like something that's unravelled. And the Hierophant card, I suppose, is the card where the scriptures were slowly translated. And these cards here are otherworldly, and that's what you're getting from it. The Sun card isn't a card of initiation. It's knowing who you are, why you're here, what you need to experience. And this person comes into your life in a very quiet way that helps you along on that journey. You fall for this person head over heels. This person gives you everything that you want in a very quiet, consistent way. It's like very gentle, this person doesn't have to say a lot, but this person is the type of person that's always there for you. Not in a sort of self-deprecating way, as in like they put themselves way behind everybody else, but it's just who they are. They just do it. There's a real sense in here. This has got a strange feeling to it. There's a real sense that you may have in your life have had periods of loneliness. And these cards here being quite big cards here, you may have been looking for the wrong things. You may have been looking for this is a bit like those stories when you fancy what do the Americans call the jocks in school? The sports guys, the really good-looking ones, or the really popular ones, or you're looking for this certain, I don't know, stamp on your life that makes it that you've had in your little heart and since you were like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, I don't know. Maybe like it's a big wedding, and you get this person come in who isn't going to offer you any of that, but you fall for because they love you, because they're there for you. The things that you do together count. Hierophant card and these big cards over here, and this almost like something falls away, but the Hermit card, then you understand the Star card and the Hermit card twice, and you've got the Hermit card at the end, and your person comes across as the Hermit. They allow you to see something that is very different, but part of you that you just need to unravel a little bit more. And that's where the Hierophant card comes in, because it's the message in between worlds. It's a bit like Chiron, isn't it? It's like that one that heals us, that allows us to see who we need to be, where we are, and still bring in those spiritual lessons. And this person does that to you in a very sort of no-nonsense, quiet way. This person doesn't need a lot from people. But this person, and it's not a person that gushes and gives like big gifts, it's a person that just is there. And that may sound really dull to some people, unless you've got earth inside you, where you'll find that dedication intoxicating in some way. I have a little story here. It will be a very short one. A funeral that I went to, which was my uncle's funeral, probably about 2 years ago. There was a line in the funeral that stuck in my head, and people laughed as it was said, and I thought, no, I get that. It was that Ron, his name was Ron, was always there to pick Viv up outside Marks and Spencer's, outside whichever shop she was going into. He used to sit in the car and she'd go shopping. She loved shopping for like an hour and a half, and he would sit there, and he was all Aquarius. I don't know what else he had in him. He always had a wry smile on his face. He used to go outside for a fag. Slightly he was rebellious, but he never said anything. He was really quiet about it, and he really loved my Auntie Viv and would have done anything for her, waited for her. And there's something in this, it's very soulful feeling in here, which basically may sound a bit silly with waiting in a car, but there's that ability to give to somebody in a very quiet way that doesn't ask for anything back, and that's the type of person that's coming into your life. How to open yourself up to that with these bigger cards here is to see the bigger picture, to look. I'm not saying no, you don't do this at all, but it's to look up below the surface. And to be honest, if you're looking at tarot readings, you're going to be doing that anyway, but there really is, that will be your know-how, or your aha moment will be, yeah, that's the one, because they did this, they didn't ask for that, because they were quiet, because they don't need people, because this person is very passionate, but it almost like it envelopes inwards. Whatever they're studying, whatever they're looking at or working on, or their life in general, it all goes woof. It's like a Pluto possibly in the 12th house. I haven't seen that with Pluto in the 12th house. I've seen it more with Pluto in the first, actually, to be honest. And it can tend to, the energy goes inwards, but you will be in that inward circle. And I think that you may enjoy that, but I don't know if you recognise it straight away. To allow this person to almost like warm on you, or to burn on you in some way that takes its time, with these cards here, and the World card, the endings, and the Tower card, a collapse of something but an awareness of other things, with these otherworldly spiritual cards surrounding it. So pile number 1, I'm going to leave you there. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. I have come back from holidays and I have put readings out, so if you fancy one, it's huluppu.co.uk is my website. Bye. Okay, who's coming into your life and how can you open up to it? This has got a real sense of skullduggery, shenanigans. I don't know what the word is. It's got a real sense of devilish air to it here. There's a lot of playing going on in here. Whether you want to open yourself up is a totally different thing in this one. It feels like somebody caught you. It feels like a intoxicating crush to me, this type of energy here. You've got the Knight of Cups, very romantic, very open, very much coming towards you here. You've got a lot of watching, the Seven of Pentacles as well, with the little toad tongue flicking out. It's all a bit like, got you, caught you, let's play. You've got the Devil card at the beginning with the Three of Wands, which is, to me, is like travel, and it's somebody who's quite confident with movement and change. And you've got here a feeling of playing with stability in some way with the Devil card here. So I did have thoughts here. It may not be right, whether there's something in them, whether this person has already got a partner, or whether there's something quite dangerous about this, which rocks some sort of form of stability in some way. That is possible here. This is somebody who's quite flexible, somebody who's naughty, exciting, and very attractive. Very, very attractive. How you can open up to this situation, and you're probably wondering, why would I open up to this situation? The Six of Wands here and the Lovers card here. This person is in your life for you to feel attractive. It's for you to feel more. A lot of the times we go through life with our heads down. I mean, how many times, I don't know if anybody else has done this, but seen pictures of yourself when you were young and thought, oh my God, I was so ugly. And it's like, oh God, no. When you're that, sorry, other way around, when you're that young, you feel, I always used to feel really, really unattractive. And then when you look back and you're older and you think, actually, no, it wasn't that bad. This has got a feeling that you're supposed to appreciate who you are now with the Six of Wands and Lovers card, what this person is bringing towards you, what you need to open up to. But the Five of Cups is to take it all with a pinch of salt. Maybe this person isn't meant to be your I don't know, actually. Yes, I feel that you will think they're meant to be your other lover, as in the main lover. The Ten of Pentacles suggests like family stability. The Empress card adds to that, and the Two of Cups, you're going to really fall for this person. But with the Nine of Pentacles here and the Five of Cups here, it's like, don't get too attached just in case. I was saying earlier in a reading today that I always talk about play and I always talk about creativity. And I wonder whether people take it as in play, as in silliness, and creativity as in like art. It's not the way I think of it. I think that to play with life and to be creative in life allows our brains to open up to lots of different things, allows our brains to be more pliable, to be stronger in many ways, to be able to jump between different options and different alternatives and to feel confident in them. And the creativity there is, you have to be reasonably intelligent to be creative, because you are open to those opportunities and you can take them or you can divert if you need to be. And the play is a sense of fun when things go wrong, to try it anyway. But also, you've got to have some sort of stable backdrop to be able to do that. You can't just be chaotic and be flinging yourself out there in the world in ways that basically burn. But you do need a degree of those two things, I think, to be able to function in a way that is good for you. So this person's coming into your life, if they're not there already, incredibly charming, incredibly attractive, very interested in you. Lots of people probably interested in them anyway. Builds on the excitement of the whole event. The Devil card there in the Three of Wands is like a bit lusty, but unable to grab it and unable to hold it. But there's something going on in between the pair of you, on between the pair of you, that is almost like shaking your grounding, shaking it where your feet feel firm and safe. But you're still, to me, it's like the Knight of Cups down here, the Devil card, the Seven of Cups has caught you, you're in on this anyway. I don't think oh my God, there's a line in this, is it a film? Yeah, there's some sort of film where it says that you couldn't get out of it even if you wanted to. It's like you've made your decision really with your heart, with what you're finding interesting, with the stimulation that you're getting from this connection. There's a distance in here, and there's a lot of watching, there's a lot of playing, there's a lot of flirting with things left unsaid. This is somebody who knows how to drop a line in with a friend so that you know that they're interested in you. Somebody, to me, this person, you would have caught them staring at you. I feel that your heart goes all in on this, and I feel that you start projecting forward in some way, which, to be honest, I would limit that. I would just take the connection as almost like meeting part of yourself with that person that's very open with the play, with the creativity, for you to be able to adapt that in even more so into your personality. The Empress there, it's like... it multiplies, it adds on to things in a very creative way through the connection. The Ten of Pentacles, I feel, is yearning for stability in this. And I feel with the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands here that you get something back, but it's not concrete enough as the Four. You get romance, you get attraction, you get passion. But to be totally honest, the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups here, I don't feel that you get what you're projecting onto it, that you would like to happen next. But what you do get is a sense of realization of how beautiful you are, how much you shine, how attractive you are, why people find you attractive. And you can hide that as you go through life, because we just get stuck into different things. And I feel that with the Six of Wands here and the Lovers card here, it's like love allows you to know, to feel your heart and to know that you've got that inside of you. And to be honest, that's it. That's what a lot of the time what meeting people is about. It allows us to love. It allows us to open up. It allows us to feel what love is like. It's flowing through you. Your heart's open. You are actually all in on this. This person is enjoying it. You're enjoying it. The only harm that you're going to do with yourself is to think what's going to happen next. What will I get of it at the end? It's like, don't think that. Just enjoy it as it is. This is a bit of a Lothario pile. I don't know why I just had a thought then. If your person does anything to do with building, then that may be something in this. To me, there's an image that went through my head, and I don't think I'm psychic, but I do think we all are. You know what I mean? We all channel at times. If I just had a picture of somebody dark, good looking, young face, playful, and doing something practical with their hands, maybe building, sat on a roof, something like that. It's somebody, it's got that, maybe it's just that sort of energy. It's the type of person that is confident enough to whistle at somebody. And I know that may be rude nowadays, but it doesn't have to be literally a whistle like a workman woohey, but more of a case of telling you that you are attractive rather than keeping it in. May not be the right thing nowadays. Gosh, growing up in the era that I grew up, oh my, the things that we used to put up with. Yes, so with regards to how to open yourself up to love, in this case is to just feel, I'm going to say yourself because that sounds so wrong. I'm going to restart that sentence. Just allow yourself to let the energy flow through you. Don't check yourself as if something's going to go wrong all the time, but please don't project too much onto a relationship that feels like the Ten of Pentacles. It feels like it's married and home and you're safe. This is just an experience to be able to enjoy and to experience what it feels like to love. Playful, funny, amusing, slightly chaotic, in a very sort of... oh my gosh, you know when you're on holiday and you haven't got your accommodation planned, it's like that feeling. You're alive, you're excited, you may be sleeping in the car, but you don't care. It's that type of feeling, this relationship. With the Empress card and the Two of Cups here, it's something that I possibly overlooked, that there's a real chance of expansion through connecting with somebody who has got similarities to you that you may not have expressed fully as yet, but this person will help you to see how beautiful you are, really. This person thinks they're beautiful. Why? And they're like, well, so are you. Why do you not see it as much as I see it, as much as I fancy myself? It's falling in love with somebody who's already in love with themselves. And if that person can give, what's wrong with that, I suppose? I mean, there may be complications, but we learn a lot from people who are very comfortable in their own skin, and this person is, and they like to play with life, and they like to play with you. Yeah, so I would enjoy it and I would just allow yourself to be love and feel it. Okay, pile number 2, I'm going to leave you with that. I feel like you're going to complain in the messages like, wait, don't give me that pile number 2, what a load of rubbish, I don't want that person. But I'm just reading the cards of what they are. The Devil, your court, the King of Cups is a charmer. The Knight of Cups is a charmer. The connection is there. There's growth there. You're looking for more stability, but you're ending with of feeling incredibly good in yourself. But with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups here, you're not going to get that fulfillment where you're not going to get that stability, I feel. I'm going to leave you. Thank you very much. There are new readings out on the website. There should still be some there. HULUPPU.co.uk. Bye. Hi, Power 3. I've started again. I'm going to put this orange box over here so that I know where to edit it from. So I'm looking at here. This is quite a complicated one is where I'm starting again because it got a bit wishy-washy and I wanted to be quite straight with it, as straight as I can be, which is not very straight. Who's coming into your life and how can you open yourself up to it? This has got a very nebulous feeling to it anyway, so it's very difficult to interpret. You've got very internal cards. You've got the Hermit, you've got the Dream Catcher, you've got the Fool card as a centre card for how to open up. And that to me, I interpreted, and I still feel it is this, that this relationship is almost like manifested on the hop. And I think that happens anyway, but I feel that you're going to preempt it in some way. You're going to dream about this person. You're going to know who this person is when you meet them. It's going to feel like a soul link, a karmic link. It's going to be that deja vu feeling that takes your breath away. I feel also in this relationship that this person is not going to be with you all the time. And I feel that this learning and this understanding with the Three of Wands down here, with the plane there, this person is going to be taken away from you and keep coming back at certain points so that you are able to look inward to understand yourself and how you manifest things and who comes into your life and what karma is. And you may know this already, but to experience it is a different thing. To experience that sense of understanding, that sense of connection, that ease with somebody, that feeling of knowing them already because you have dreamt about them, or just that you just feel that this is just a karmic relationship, has to be experienced, I think, to... There's so many spiritual things that we talk about, and you know, I think so much on YouTube, so much on the internet anyway. People pinch other people's ideas all the time, and that's fine, but to actually know, to actually go through these experiences is the best place that it can come from, because then it's inside you and it means something to you. And this is you experiencing something that means something very big to you because you know that it's real. You know that this person being in your life could possibly open up the thought of, not just the thought, the intense probability that there are past lives, or whether they are simultaneous, I don't know. You do have connections. And why do we have connections? Perhaps souls do split. Perhaps we do have soul pods. Who knows? And perhaps we do have karma and lessons that we're meant to meet people, even if we don't spend a whole lifetime with them, but we're meant to open up in different ways. And that is what the lesson is in this. This is why you're meant to meet this person. And you're supposed to strike a balance between giving and holding. The Six of Pentacles here and the Four of Pentacles here with the manifestation here. It's how much can you give? How much can you maintain your ideal of who you are and who you want to be in your journey while still giving to this person because they are the other half of you? This is why I switched it off the first time round, because it is a bit too much to take in. I can explain why I've said it with these cards here. The Ten of Cups here and the Six of Cups here is a real sense of feeling like you know this person already, feeling comfortable with them, maybe through dreaming it beforehand. Definitely something very subtle going on here. The Hermit card again is that internal no. The Seven of Cups here is that dreamy, and the whole pile has got a dreamy feeling. It's Neptune. It's like holding on to things that you can't hold on to. It's like water that seeps through your hand, or trying to grab these bubbles and they just pop inside you. So each time you think, this is my person, I can hold them, oh my gosh, no. You know, they're just like they're gone again, and you have to be stable to still give, but to still not give that too much of yourself that you feel empty. It's boundaries, knowing, understanding, and otherworldly things that you're meant to take inwards. You've got here the Ten of Swords and the Moon card here, and quite a defensive card next to it. This situation here with this plane and the Three of Wands, it will be taken away from you at periods of time. You won't be able to have and to hold this one straight away, and it will feel confusing to you. As I said, trying to hold on to the bubbles here, but the whole lesson in this is like really, when I have these piles, I also think, oh my God, this is beautiful. Because it's like two people that have come together saying, I'm going to help you grow. You're going to fall for me. You're going to fall in love with me. You're going to know that there's something deeper in this, something quite magnificent in this contact. This contact. But the growth is the most important thing, because we've done this many lifetimes before. Now it's time for you to expand, and I'm going to help you do it. To really know what it's like to not have me, but to walk alongside with me, if you know what I mean. And when I'm saying this, and I don't know if I said this in the first reading that I've mucked up a bit, or in this one, it doesn't mean that you're open to abuse. Complete opposite, it's control. It's more a case of Four of Pentacles. I'm steadying myself. This is what I want. This is who I am. I feel you. I know you. I understand this connection. I can understand, and this may sound really corny, that I do feel my spirit inside my body, rather than just my body. And I can feel the connection that our spirits are basically a very similar vibration here. And I'm going to give to you anyway with what I feel comfortable and what I feel is fair, which I think will be quite a lot, to be honest, here with the Six of Pentacles and the feel of this and this feeling here, because you're going to think this person is like a long lost lover. This is a strange feeling. If you ever meet people when you have got like progressed Venus on your sun, progressed Venus on your moon, or Jupiter involved in any progression, this is what it will feel like. It will feel otherworldly, and it will feel like a gift from the gods in some way. But I feel that this isn't all like, bows and ribbons and everything tied off neatly and, marriage. To me, it's lessons that are quite profound and very, very meaningful. And I don't know how they're going to be experienced, but it's in your sense of knowing and understanding the connection, in the sense that dream you had of that person that you may have written in your little dream diary, those words the first words that they said. It just has got something of a very spiritual lesson in this, which is absolutely beautiful. It's like you both care for each other enough to give each other room to be able to grow and know who you are. And with the Fool card in the centre and the ending in the Seven of Cups here, through understanding the situation, through being controlled but also being able to give still in that circumstance, is where the manifestation really starts. Manifestation. It will start off in your heads, it will start off in your dreams, but if you can still move forward in a way that feels right, that's when you've got a better chance of getting what you want at the end of it, because you're straight with your thinking and you're grounded in who you are and what you want, rather than facilitating. I wasn't swearing then, I was like flipping in between. Oh my God, they haven't phoned me, they're with this person, I don't like it, that type of thing, to I'm going to pull myself away. Not the drastic ends. It's more like, okay, this is the situation. I can understand there's a connection here. It's a spiritual connection. Let's see if there's growth in this. I'm going to see how much I can give of myself without feeling like I've lost too much of myself. And in that is when the relationship will open up. A huge amount of growth. That's why I stopped reading this the first time round, because it's a difficult card difficult spread to read, for the reason that you've got the Hermit, internal, the Dreamcatcher, internal knowing, ending in the Seven of Cups, Neptune, it's all sort of there for the taking if you can do the correct thing. The Fool card, it's cold, it's unformed, it's what you're going to do with that, with this knowing, and you've got here a connection that feels very deep, and then happy in the connection, but it's like it's beginning, what you're going to do with it, then there's like, it's sort of, I'm going to say darkens a bit here with the Ten of Swords and the Moon card. It's more confusing, and you have the chance to become defensive. But this is saying, for your growth, don't be defensive. If you want this relationship to move forward and yourself, it's open yourself up, but keep yourself safe. Does that make sense? With what you're comfortable with, but make sure you're growing internally throughout the whole of the connection. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. That's a big pile. I'm going to leave you with that to make of it what you will. I do have readings out this week. I've just come back from holiday. I'm saying that because I've actually gone and put them up and they're ready, fresh. HULUPPU.co.uk is the website if you fancy one. I'm going to say goodbye. Bye.